What if your inner critic is holding you back from your best life? How would your life change if you replaced self-doubt with self-compassion? We've all faced the struggle of negative self-talk. It can be incredibly draining. It feels like having a relentless critic in our mind, always highlighting our flaws and never giving us a moment's peace. Often we don't even realize it's happening, but the effects can be profound. This internal dialogue can keep us from taking risks, pursuing our passions, and building meaningful connections. That's why it's so important to confront this issue and make a change. In this video, we'll explore the pervasive impact of negative self-talk and its roots in self-doubt and societal pressures. I'll share effective strategies for cultivating self-compassion and reframing our thoughts, ultimately showing the freedom that comes from overcoming these challenges. Join me on this journey as we learn to speak to ourselves with kindness and break free from the cycle of negativity. If you're a newcomer who is uncertain about your spiritual path, or you're experiencing a spiritual awakening now and you feel like you could be going a bit crazy, then you've come to the right place. You have been led here for a reason, since there are no accidents. Well, welcome to this channel, and may you open up to your full spiritual potential now. Hello, spirit beings, I'm Bee, and welcome to my channel, Being Blissfully Zen. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? One major hurdle in overcoming negative self-talk is how deeply it's tied to self-doubt. We fear we aren't good enough. We worry about making mistakes, and we dread rejection. This fear can be paralyzing. Societal pressures only make the problem worse. With the constant stream of idolized images on social media, it's easy to feel inadequate. We often compare our everyday struggles against the polished highlights of others' lives, and that can lead to feelings of despair. Plus, the expectation to always maintain a positive facade makes it even harder to be gentle with ourselves. Another difficulty is the subtlety of negative self-talk. We may not even recognize it until it's already taken its toll. And even when we do become aware, knowing how to break it is challenging. Breaking a habit that's been ingrained for years takes effort. We need to cultivate a new mindset, one that allows us to treat ourselves with kindness and compassion, and to reframe our negative thoughts into something more constructive. This process isn't easy, but it is essential for our well-being. Now, what are some strategies for change? Well, one, we need to learn to be kinder to ourselves, to practice self-compassion, and two, to reframe our negative thoughts in a more positive light. One of the most surprising aspects of negative self-talk is just how pervasive it can be. It seeps into every area of our lives, affecting our relationships, careers, and self-esteem. We might tell ourselves we're not good enough for that promotion or that we don't deserve love and attention. Once we begin this negative internal dialogue, it can be challenging to break free. However, the encouraging news is that change is possible. We can learn to speak to ourselves with more kindness and compassion, effectively breaking the cycle of negative self talk. Negative self talk can show up in various ways. For example, you might say something in a meeting that you later consider foolish, and then you spend the rest of the day berating yourself for it. Or perhaps on a date, you say something that feels awkward, leading you to believe that the other person thinks you're strange. Even when trying a new hobby, fear of failure can prevent us from even attempting it. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards change. Consider thoughts like, I'm such an idiot for saying that, or I'll never be able to do this. Now, while these thoughts may seem harmless, they can be profoundly damaging, leading us to feel unworthy of success or happiness. And once we start believing these narratives, shaking them off can be tough. But what if we could reframe these thoughts positively? Instead of, I'm such an idiot, we might say, I made a mistake, but that's okay. I can learn from it. Or instead of, I'll never be able to do this, we can remind ourselves, I'll figure this out one step at a time. Now, one highly effective technique for combating negative self talk is practicing self compassion. It may sound simple, but its impact is powerful. Rather than chastising ourselves for our mistakes, we can treat ourselves with kindness. We can remind ourselves that everyone makes mistakes and that perfection isn't the goal. By focusing on our strengths rather than our weaknesses, we can build ourselves up instead of tearing ourselves down. This approach extends beyond our inner dialogue. It encompasses how we treat ourselves in our daily lives. Prioritizing self-care and kindness become essential. Another helpful strategy is to reframe negative thoughts into a more positive perspective. Instead of saying, I'm such a failure, we can think, I didn't succeed this time, but I'll try again. Instead of, I'm so stupid, we can remind ourselves, I made a mistake, but I can learn from it. It isn't about denying our negative emotions or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about being honest with ourselves while we're also being kind. Acknowledging our humanity means accepting that we'll make mistakes and we should treat ourselves with the same compassion we would extend to a friend. One of the most transformative aspects of learning to combat negative self-talk is the sense of freedom it brings. When we no longer are constrained by self-doubt, we can pursue our passions, take risks, and we can live life as we truly desire. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about being brave, willing to take challenges, make mistakes, and learn along the way. And just before we continue, if you are liking this video, please click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. When you click the subscribe button, you are actively helping this community to grow. And when you click the share video, you are sending out positive energy to others. Also, spiritual beings, if you have any suggestions for upcoming videos or general comments, please feel free to leave them below. I would love to know what this community requires so we can explore these topics together. In summary, negative self-talk is a significant issue that many of us face, but is not something we have to accept as a constant. We can initiate change, speak to ourselves more compassionately, and break free from this cycle. I hope that you have enjoyed these strategies and techniques to help keep you focused on being kind to yourself, remembering that it will take time and practice. As you embark on your spiritual awakening journey, remember that it is a profound process of self-discovery and growth. Embrace each moment with mindfulness and trust your intuition. Be kind and patient as you allow yourself to release limiting beliefs, embrace change, and open your heart to the infinite possibilities that await you. Remember, spiritual awakening is a continuous journey of transformation. Stay committed to your path, practice self-love and compassion, and honor the divine light that shines within you. May you walk this path with courage, grace, and authenticity, knowing that you are fully supported by the universe every step of the way. So shine brightly, dear spiritual being, for your awakening is a gift to the world.